What's up guys, welcome back. The big game is finally here, and if you're scrambling to try to figure out what's on your Super Bowl menu, have no fear, because today I'm gonna show you 3 of my absolute favorite quick and easy appetizer recipes. These are perfect for game day, and they can be on your table in less than 30 minutes. But before we get into all of that, please take a quick second to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that bell to enable notifications as well. All right guys, meet me in the kitchen, let's make it happen. Today I'm gonna show you how to make spinach dip, buffalo wings, and mozzarella sticks. We're gonna get the party started with the spinach dip. For the spinach dip, you need about 10 ounces of spinach. I like to use fresh spinach, and I like to give it a rough chop. You're gonna need a half of a diced onion and about 8 ounces of mozzarella cheese. All right guys, as with any good dip, you gotta get the party started with a little melted butter. Here we have about 2.5 tablespoons of Kerrygold butter. Over medium heat, we're gonna let that melt. We're gonna add our half of a diced onion. This is a little bit smaller portion since we're making 3 things, but if you're feeding the crowd, guys, you can double this recipe and make all the spinach dip your heart can handle. We're just gonna saute those onions. Make sure you let me know in the comments who you have winning the Super Bowl. Me personally, I'm rolling with the Chiefs. Feel free to argue with me in the comments section. All right, so once the onion gets a head start, we're going in with what looks like way too much spinach. But as you guys know, shrinkage is real, especially in the wintertime. We're gonna cook down the spinach here. It's gonna expel quite a bit of water. So once the water comes out of the spinach, we're gonna increase the heat and cook that off. You don't want a watery spinach dip. You use frozen if you want to, but frozen tends to have a lot more water. So I like to use fresh. Flavor's a little better with fresh as well. So as you can see, the spinach is cooked down quite a bit, reduced drastically in size. The next guest to arrive to the flavor party is a tablespoon of garlic. Use garlic paste, fresh garlic, or minced garlic. We're also going in with some of my all-purpose seasoning just to hit it with the base layer of flavor. Give that a mix. All right, so next up we're going in with 8 ounces of room temperature cream cheese. I like to break it up with my hands just because it's easier this way. We're gonna allow that residual heat in the skillet to melt this cream cheese. We're gonna turn our heat down to low and just stir it until everything is combined. Next up, we're going in with about 1 cup of sour cream. We're gonna give that a mix to combine as well. As you can see, the cream cheese is melting beautifully. We're gonna add some grated Parmesan cheese, a little mozzarella as well. Season it to taste. Super easy and delicious spinach dip. Pop this in the oven, topped with more mozzarella, because why the hell not? We're here for a good time, not a long time, and it's Super Bowl Sunday. Gotta have a little fun. For the seasoning, we're going down with a little smoked paprika and some Italian seasoning as well. You can spice it up. We're about to add some red pepper flakes as well, just for a little pop of heat, nothing crazy. Then last but not least, we're gonna cheat and add a little flavor enhancer, which is this chicken bouillon powder. Just a pinch of that. About a half cup of grated Parmesan cheese, half cup of mozzarella, maybe a little bit more for good measure. Give that a mix, and then that is going into our baking dish, skillet, casserole dish, whatever you decide to serve this up in. And then we're gonna top it with the rest of that mozzarella cheese and pop her into the oven at 400 degrees for about 15 minutes, or until the top is golden brown, bubbly, and beautiful. Give it a taste test, make sure the seasoning is spot on. If not, use a little bit more of my AP, because that stuff is magic. And you're gonna have a nice spinach dip. Quick little cleanup pro tip, guys. Anytime you're making a dip or mac and cheese or anything like that, it's in a casserole dish, always put a baking sheet underneath it. That way, if anything spills over, it doesn't end up at the bottom of your oven, because that is a big pain to clean up. All right, so once we got everything loaded up into our casserole dish or whatever we decide to use, we're going down with that mozzarella cheese we talked about that we shredded earlier. Don't be shy with that. And then we're gonna pop that in that 400-degree oven. And next up, we've got some chicken wings. You guys have seen me make plenty of chicken wings on this channel, but it's the Super Bowl, you can't go wrong with some wings. We're gonna do some lemon bay buffalo wings. Go ahead and clean the wings if that's your thing. Otherwise, we're gonna hit them with a little avocado oil. Get in there with your hands and make sure you massage that in. We're doing some fried wings today, but we're not gonna bread them. So we need something to help that seasoning stick. I say seasoning, I'm talking about this dynamic duo, which is my lemon bay and AP. Again, guys, as always, feel free to use whatever seasoning you like on your chicken wings. Or if you're feeling generous, go ahead and give these two seasonings a try. They're linked for you down in the description box below. Lemon bay, AP. And if you can't tell by the size of this jar, I'm a huge fan of using a little flavor enhancer, which today is some chicken bouillon powder. Full disclosure, guys, this stuff does have some MSG in it, but all the recent science, in my opinion, points to MSG not being the devil like a lot of people think it is. Do your own research, though. I'm gonna get in there with my hands and make sure that that seasoning is evenly distributed. Make sure those wings are evenly coated. Then we're gonna hit them with 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. That's gonna help make sure they're crispier than my beard after a Friday haircut. And they'll be ready for the oil. Couple tablespoons of cornstarch. You can use potato starch if you can find it. I just think that cornstarch is a lot easier to come by, so that's what I tend to reach for. That may have been a little bit more than 2 tablespoons, but don't judge me. Get in there with your hands and just make sure they're well coated. We'll get our oil up to 350 degrees and fry these babies up. But that's what you're looking like right before they hit the oil. Now, homemade buffalo sauce is extremely easy, guys. 2 tablespoons of butter, about a cup or so of your favorite hot sauce. Traditionally, that was Frank's Red Hot. And then if you want to get creative, you can add different flavors and spices to it. At this point, you could add garlic, make a spicy garlic sauce. But today we're going with lemon bay, because that's my bay. Little sprinkle of that. Give that a mix. Gonna add lots of flavor, some beautiful color as well. Just give that a mix. Once that butter melts and everything is evenly combined, you got your wing sauce. Always heat your wing sauce, guys. You don't want to put any cold sauce on any hot wings. All right, my friends, we're moving on to the mozzarella sticks. Again, super easy and quick recipe. For this one, for the prep, you're gonna need 3 different bowls. You need 1 for your flour, 1 for your eggs, and 1 for your breadcrumbs. All right, so here we got some Italian breadcrumbs. You can use Parmesan or whatever flavor you want. We're gonna season the all-purpose flour with a little bit of my all-purpose seasoning, just to make sure there's a little bit of flavor in there. Use a little salt and pepper, whatever you like. A little garlic, a little onion powder. Don't get too crazy, it's just mozzarella sticks. Then we're gonna take our mozzarella cheese fresh out of the freezer. Pro tip number 2 of the day. So for this recipe, you need the whole block mozzarella. You're gonna cut it into your desired thickness. You're gonna cut it again. You can make it whatever shape you want, guys. We're trying to keep it a little bit traditional. That's what we're going with today. About the size of my index finger. All right, guys, we're gonna roll the mozzarella in the flour first. Then we're gonna go from the flour to the egg wash. From the egg wash to the breadcrumbs, and you wanna repeat that 2 times. So first time is here. Make sure you lock everything in. Then back to that flour. Back to the egg wash, and then finally back to the breadcrumbs, and they're ready for the oil. I like to do these after the chicken wings. About to drop the chicken wings in a minute. Got all 3 of these done in less than 30 minutes, guys. Super easy Super Bowl party. All right, guys, look, I get a lot of comments on how do you know when the oil is ready? How do you know when the meat is done? Best way to know is with a digital food thermometer. This is safe up to 550 degrees. This is gonna tell us exactly when this oil hits 350 degrees. And that's the time we're gonna drop our chicken. So right about now, we're at 354, 355. So now they've got the chicken wings in the oil, now is the perfect time to put that spinach dip in the oven at 400 degrees. All right, my friends, this is what we're looking like about halfway done. There's some beautiful color on those wings already. Chicken wings are done at 165 to 175 degrees internal temperature. All right, so this is how we're looking when we're all done. You guys know I'm team drums over flats, but I eat them both. Equal opportunity wing eater here. Perfectly golden brown. So I have my mozzarella sticks hanging out in the refrigerator so they stay nice and cold. Now we're gonna add them to our basket here. Drop them in the oil. These fry up in just a matter of minutes. Doesn't get much easier than that. You just want to get in there and make sure they don't get stuck to anything. After just 1 minute, guys, you can see we got a nice golden brown color going. I'm gonna let them roll for just another second or two. It's almost time to pull them out. You got your mozzarella sticks. Serve that up with your favorite marinara sauce. Now, my friends, it's time to sauce and toss the wings. Oh man, look at that lemon bay buffalo sauce. You can hear how crispy they are. And that, my friends, is a Super Bowl appetizer trio in about 30 minutes or less. We've got our mozzarella sticks cooked to perfection. This is the part where I say brace yourself for a trademark money shot. Say it with me, guys. Looking good. Let's get in here and see what the spinach dip is looking like. Oh man. People can't wait to come back to your house for Super Bowl Sunday. And now, my friends, for the moment of truth, it's time to get in here for the taste test. You guys know I'm a drum man myself. Long range dressing, I'm gonna steal that from the mozzarella sticks. Cheers, my friends. What's up, guys? Welcome back. I didn't even really think about what I was gonna say. Pump faking me. Want to make for your NFL? What's up, guys? Welcome back.